Well. We're back. Yes. Better late than never, right? The holiday season is upon us. Yes. Right now. Alright, so, are you ready? Are you ready? Yeah. Guys, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while since I was on here. This is an episode that I've been meaning to get down here and film something because it's been weeks since I posted my last video, I believe, and I feel bad. Yeah. Thanksgiving happened, I think. I don't know if that was before or after the last video. It's been busy with year-end company meetings and customers, and there was a very joyous occasion where the world was in celebration on December 11th. Just the other day, December 11th was do you remember what day that was? Oh yeah, I hope you didn't forget. It was my birthday! Yeah, great, right? Jeez, they come faster and faster every year. Yeah, my birthday came and went once again. I'm 52 years old. Isn't that insane? I can't, it's just weird. I can't believe I'm 52. It's weird. It's strange. But I figured tonight, since I've been so excited since I've been dying to do a episode for you guys and get back into the swing of YouTube, you know, once you don't do it for a while, you gotta just jump right in and get back on the bicycle. You just gotta get back in and do it, you know. I figured I would do an episode on one of my favorite films of all time because I finally got my hands on one of the two pieces that has to do with that movie. The film, as some of you may recognize what the back of these heads are, some of you may not, but there's a crazy movie out there from 1962 called The Brain That Wouldn't Die. And this is one of my favorite movies ever. It is just crazy. It's hokey. There's gorgeous women in there, and it's a, you know, by today's standards, it's a very how do you call it, a sexist film or misogynist. You know, the good stuff. They got, you know, guys checking out models in their underwear and stuff. But anyway, that's not why I watch it. I watch it because it's awesome. Yeah, I like those details, but one of the main characters, they get in a car accident, and they're like these doctors, and the girlfriend of the one doctor, they get in a car wreck, and he finds her head decapitated and just carries it home carries the head home in his coat. You see him going like this, walking down the road, you know, climbing up this hill with like her head in his sport coat. And he brings her head back to life, you know, because the brain wouldn't die. He kept it alive in this pan full of blood, like plasma. And we got good old Jan here, the main character from the film. These were put out, so both of these pieces have to do with that film. David Lady commissioned the one and only Carol Hicks to sculpt these beautiful pieces. I'm going to turn them around in a second. Carol and David, I mean, they put out so many cool B-movie like characters that nobody was ever doing. You know, like the Wasp Woman, for instance, you know. Nobody was doing that character. So David put out some really cool stuff. I really have to hand it to the two of them. Thank goodness they were doing this stuff back then. Oh, that reminds me. I have to get I have the flyers for these. Dang it. Hold on. Cut. Let's try this again. Is it crooked? I hope it's not crooked. I hope it's not crooked. All right. So I'm always a little foggy on the release date of this film. Ow! You know how many times I've stubbed my toes and actually broke them? A lot. Okay. So like IMDb says 1962. David says 1959 on here. I swore it was late 50s, even 1960. You know, I'm looking up... Everywhere on the internet says 1962. We'll go with 62, I guess. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, so, thank goodness I have these awesome flyers. Okay, remember when we talk about in previous videos, we talked about the David Lady releases, where he would send flyers out to people in the mail, and they would be able to order these new pieces coming out that he would have Carol Hicks sculpt, or Henry Alvarez. Well, today we got them both, folks. We have both characters from this awesome movie, The Brain That Wouldn't Die. The first one is good old Jan in the Pan. Yes, I'll read it first. Hold on. So, The Brain That Wouldn't Die. We proudly announce our new gloriously gruesome collector's edition, the still living severed head of Jan. From the he says 59. Everyone else is saying 62. Shocker is one of the era's most unforgettable images. It really is. This top quality limited edition display head, sculpted by Carol Hicks, is a must for any haunted lab scene and an ideal centerpiece for a really strange dinner party. The heavy latex display head only is available for $150. Like, they show a picture of this whole setup, the pipes and the pieces, and that we'll get into that later. $150 for the head, plus $5 shipping. Jesus, $5 is shipping. I think this is probably from 1990, 89, 90, 91 era. Okay, when David was doing these. Okay. Oh. Add an additional $15 and will also include the metal pan. Wow, these are hard to find, these metal pans. As pictured, so that you can set up your own complete Jan in the Pan display. A set of 2 black latex stabilizing discs to be positioned on the side of her head may be purchased for an extra $5. Okay, they go like this, like Princess Leia. Whoa! They're going to go like this. You'll see. So, if you always thought of yourself as the mad scientist type, then this edition is for you. David Lady, 6905 Sandusky Avenue, Chetfield, Ohio. Jan, look at this, guys. So this particular one right here, look at that. Oh, this came from the good old Frankenstein. This was Frank's. David told me, he goes, Frank got one of the very first castings of this. This is one of the first or second pulls. I would guess David has the first pull. This could be the second pull from David's mold. He sent it to Frank. And she sat there up on this metal cabinet in his basement. I would always look at her up there. I'm like, he's got Jan in the Pan. And I wanted it so badly. Frank was like, oh no. He wouldn't sell it, And there was actually one of these at Mask Fest recently. David had an old casting that they painted up and put real bandages on. And you could have bought one at Mask Fest. That is a rare casting, folks. But this is one of the originals. Extremely beautiful detail on the teeth and the lines in her face. Nice paint job. I think David definitely painted this one. And whatever clear he used on her eyes, just like the Elvira, they yellowed. At least they're not as yellow as the Elvira. I wonder if that could be redone at some point. She's in great shape. I cleaned her up. She was dusty as hell. But I'm going to show you some photos of what a finished kit looks like. Because I've got pieces, and I've got the pads that hold her. So we'll show you a photo from the film first. Check this out. That's her. That's what she looked like on set, where they magically had a woman's severed head on a table talking, and it's amazing. These held her head in place, like in the movie. I got the rubber ones from David's original mold, sculpted by Carol. She also sculpted these. I'm finishing this sucker, and I'm going to build the kit real soon and finish her off and make her the way David intended her to be, with all the bars and whatnot. And the first thing, so I've got all my, this isn't all the pieces. There's a lot more upstairs, like all kinds of little metal things and cables, and this is fun. Like this isn't just, this is way beyond being just a mask. You know what I mean? This is something really fun. I started to kind of assemble this and take some pictures. I'll show you what, after measuring the pipes and stuff, what it was looking like. But the first step was to cut a piece of wood. I cut this piece of wood out. These pans are very hard to get. These are very hard to get, these metal. They're like a metal porcelain-ish lasagna type pan. I think it's covered in porcelain. So what I did was cut wood. I cut a piece of wood because I'm going to drill into this, and this is what supports all the piping and stuff. But then, you know, before she gets set in place and you build the whole thing around her, you know, I'm going to mix up a red resin and pour it in here. First, I'll paint the wood red, like a dark red, just in case you see it through the resin a little bit. And then I'm going to mix up, my buddy really messes a lot with those resin bars and all that stuff that's so popular now. I'm going to find the right one to use and make it like an opaque plasma blood so it dries nice and shiny, and then I'll have the pipes installed already, and then she'll just go in place there later when it's all set, and she'll be in the bloody tray. Just like the movie. This is so cool because this movie is, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite movies. If you've never seen it, you gotta watch it. Yeah. You got a severed head that talks. You got beautiful women. You've got funny stuff going on. And you also have another element to this film that's just crazy. There's a monster in the closet. That's right. And he's called the Closet Monster. That's correct, folks. The Closet Monster. Yes. He's like a baby. So there was the guy that, I didn't notice this in the movie, but the guy that played the Closet Monster that they put the makeup on, he was like a giant guy. Like, he could have been close to 7 feet tall or something. The actor. I will put the correct info on the screen, but he was like a big guy back then. Like a giant dude. Like a giant man. And they put the makeup on him, but he was the Closet Monster. The doctor was doing these weird experiments, and they had this guy he made a monster out of, or he built a monster and kept him in the closet. And I'm not going to spoil the film for you, but he's in there, and you'll see him. So, David's flyer, this is the original flyer. Run for your life. It's the creepy, campy Closet Monster from the 1959 sci-fi. See, he says 59 once again. The brain that wouldn't die. The insane, bulbous-headed freak that emerged from the closet at the climax of the late-night TV favorite is now ready to take his place in the world of classic collectible masks. Come on, admit it. This movie sent you to bed with nightmares when you were a kid, didn't it? No, I just laughed, and I love it. I love this film. This deluxe heavy latex display mask was sculpted by Carol Hicks, using extensive frame blow-ups from the movie to ensure the utmost accuracy. They really took the time to do this stuff. They didn't just slap these things out. Carol, of course, amazing sculptor. Actually, speaking of Carol Hicks, El Horrifico himself is supposed to come here soon, and we're going to do a whole episode on Carol, dedicated to her. Her and her husband watch this channel, and they love it. Yes. Hi, guys. I'm so happy that you guys watched this show, whatever you want to call it. Because Carol is a legend in the mask world. No doubt. All right. Closet Monster is painted in realistic flesh tones with a red, pinkish cuts. Oh, with red and pinkish cuts and scars, glossy brown eyes. The correct number of gray stitches. They get down to the number of, like, the correct number of stitches to the film. Sutures. Sorry. And very creepy facial expressions. One of the all-time ugliest monsters ever created. He's ready to come and live in your closet for $150 plus $5 shipping. You can't ship that for $5 today. Please order today, quick, before he escapes. So, this, you think that's rare? This is really hard to find. Here's the Closet Monster. So, well, believe me, I'll get up and take the camera down and show you these guys in better detail. But obviously, the paint has yellowed on this vintage copy. And I am really, really kicking around the idea. Like, the red scarring is really, still looks great. The stitches have a little, almost like a silver color to them. They're really aged. I'm thinking about maybe restoring the paint a little bit on this. And it wouldn't take much. It's got this nice dark tone already on the whole mask because it turned yellow. I could take lighter flesh tones and kind of sponge it on and kind of do a rub just to bring more of a light flesh tone out on this mask. I think it could only add to it. It's like if this was a 70s or 80s Don Post Frankenstein monster or something, I would never touch the original finish. It's a David Lady release mask. That's not saying like it's bad quality or anything. I'm just saying there's not a lot of people out there looking for this mask, you know. It's not people, a lot of people don't even know this exists, you know. I don't think it's gonna devalue it. I think it'll only help the look of it. I think it could look really great if I did that and maybe redid his eyeballs. I don't know, it looks cool with the vintage paint, but he's so dark, you know, he looks so different than he should. I think he can really pop with a little bit of paintwork, not much, you know. Anyway, the mold for this is in the hands of Mucklebones. Do you know what Mucklebones is? He's got a bunch of the old Henry Alvarez molds, and he still produces a lot of castings from those old molds. A lot of those molds have, you know, they're shot. Like, you'll get a casting, it's going to need work. Just know that. Nothing wrong. I mean, that's just how it is when a mold's that old. You know, don't expect it to be this pristine copy that shows up. However, the mold, I had a recast. I had a pull of this from the mold that they pulled about 6 months ago for me. And it was super nice. It just didn't have this deep detail on the scar here, you know. I mean, you could easily work it and carve it out a little bit with your Dremels and give it more detail. I was ready to paint that one up, and I finally came across an original. I wanted the original so bad because I had such a gorgeous original of the Jan in the Pan, you know. A guy got this in a deal. There was all these masks for sale, and I was late to the party. I had to pay through the nose for this damn thing, which is crazy, but I got it. I finally got it, you know. There's one more thing I want to show you that has to do with this film, and it is probably my most prized collectible for the brain that wouldn't die. Yes, it's laying on the floor right now. I'm going to have to back the camera up because I'm going to have to hold this piece to show you guys. It's a little big, and we can't... I was going to try to hang it somehow, and there's no freaking way. Nope, 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 nope. One more thing. Before I show you that, I have a serious thought about this movie. So those of you that haven't seen it, you've got to watch it. Like, I guarantee you, you'll like it. Maybe you'll love it like I do. It's hokey. It's a B movie, but damn it, that's why I love it so much. You know, it's hilarious. And it's just a crazy old film that I could watch over and over and over. But to me, I feel that this movie inspired something that came out much later that a lot of you love, and it's a certain character from a movie called Reanimator. I don't know if this has ever been written out there, but I'm telling you, I feel 100% that Jan was the inspiration for Dr. Hill. With his head on the table in that pan, I'm telling you, there may be some people going, oh, it's obvious. Like, I never read that anywhere. You know, Dr. Carl Hill, and he talks, you know, his voice in it. She even talked like that through part of it, like, yes. Like, she could hear the crazy voice she's got in some of the scenes. I'm telling you, she was, in my mind, the direct inspiration for that severed head on the table. Has to be. Watch the film and tell me what you think. Okay? I don't know if that's a known thing. Like, I don't know if, you know, the producers of that film or the director said, oh, this was the director's inspiration from The Brain That Wouldn't Die. I wouldn't doubt it. Anyway, I showed you what this still looked like from the film. I forgot that I had to show you the getup all built around her. The little structure around her, here it is, with the pipes and whatnot, all painted up. So that's what I'm going to do and finish her off and make her as good as I can, because I love it. I love having that whole setup like that. It's so cool. And the pan is just as hard to get as the damn head. Luckily, Frank probably bought this straight from David back in the day. It's the vintage. This is a really old pan, probably from the 40s or something. All right. Now, folks, now comes the big one. Let's take a step back. All right, I'm going to adjust the camera here. You're seeing my makeshift desk now. All right, are you ready for this? Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yes. Ho, 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 ho. I'm actually taking this in to Chicago with some other pieces and having it linen backed. Look at that. Can you see that? I don't know if there's enough light in here, but that is the original one sheet. Oh, yeah. The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Here, Planet of the Vampires on the other side. Yes. This is from my binder. My big one sheet binder. Isn't that awesome? Now that is a cool poster. And I gotta frame this and get it linen backed, frame it behind museum acrylic. And I want to hang it in my living room really, really bad. So that's the plan. I'm going to take some really rare posters in this week, including my rolled Evil Dead one sheet. I made the decision to take that sucker out of the frame and get it linen back because it's so damn rare. So anyway, Jan in the pan, folks. Yes. Awesome stuff. I'm going to lay that down carefully on the floor. I'm going to take this camera over here and show you her in detail. I would think that Muckle Bones could have the mold for her too. Possibly. Somebody's got either her or either him or David, because David had a fresh casting at Mask Fest. I don't know if it was an old casting, but he had it all painted up nice. And man, this is the original freaking closet monster. So cool. He's like a mustard yellow, you know. If I put that lighter skin tone on him and do a rub out technique, I mean, it could really pop and just, you know, make him look so much better. And then just redo those two eyeballs, you know. Go over the stitching a little bit with some little silver or metallic gray. I think that would be perfect. This was so exciting. I've been wanting to do this episode for a long time, guys, because I've had the Jan in the Pan for quite a while, but I did not have an original closet monster, you know. I kind of searched and searched, asking if anyone had one out there, and I just couldn't get my hands on one. So By the way, if you're looking for the guy I call Mucklebones, his name's Rob Cometti. Rob Cometti. A lot of you know who he is. He's got a ton of old molds, like old Alvarez stuff, and a lot of, I think, some David Lady stuff. So get out there if you want to find these for your collection. Have Rob pour up some and get them painted up. All right, let me set the camera back up over here, and I will talk about, let's see here, anything new, anything else new that happened since the last video. Not a whole lot, unfortunately. I've been so busy, but I will tell you this. I'm in the process of buying some more masks from a collection out there. Really cool shit too. Stuff that's just rare and you don't see anywhere. So my fingers are crossed that I'm going to get my hands on it. Oh. So, I'm sorry you guys had to wait so long. I'm going to start hammering down on this tiki bar too. I got a bunch of pieces I've been waiting for from Canada. Custom carved panels. I mean, it's going to be, I'm going to start really getting the damn basement done. And now it is winter. It is December. Christmas is like 9 days from now, maybe, something like that. I got the old fireplace roaring, so I'm going to be doing more heat manipulation, fixing up some stuff that I just didn't get to last season. So I will be filming more of that stuff. I need to foam fill a few things. The thing is, you kind of have to do that outside. Maybe I could do it in the garage. We can foam fill in the garage. Oh, there he is. The man with the masks. He just, thank God. Okay. I thought he ghosted me, like, oh no, he's gone. Oh, no. Also, I scored a rare freaking video game that will blow your freaking minds. I'm in the middle of doing stuff with it. It's upstairs. Holy shit. I can't even believe it's in my house. It's that rare, okay? So this will be a quick one. I will figure out some more fun stuff for the next video, and I promise maybe I'll do a Christmas special, holiday special. I celebrate Christmas. Those of you may celebrate Hanukkah out there and other things. Happy holidays to all of you. Yes, I love the holidays. I love winter and Christmas time. You know, Halloween. It's not no Halloween, but it ain't no Halloween, but I do love Christmas. In fact, I have a vintage Christmas tree upstairs. Oh yes, I think I showed it on the channel once. Maybe we'll do a Christmas special upstairs, and I'll show you the vintage tree because it's very, very special to me. Oh yes, and I think a lot of you are gonna love it. That's it. It's a quick episode, and go watch The Brain That Wouldn't Die. Please go watch this film. Tell me your thoughts on it. And you know, it's from a different time. If you're one of those people that are really fragile, and don't like things like, you know, guys whistling at women or anything like that, then don't watch it. Is that really a spoiler? Like, oh, guys are photographing models and stuff in it. And, you know, I don't know. I love it. I love it. Does that mean I'm a dirty pervert? No. Well, no. Anyway. Thank you, and we'll see you soon with more old rubber heads. Good night.